Pios?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, Nicola.
What up?
I'm fine.
This is good.
How are you?
Good, mate.
Doing good. Having a quick look around on my Assassin's Creed guy. It's been a while since I've played it. First had to get everything ready for next week. Contest, cauldrons, food. I have all the stuff now, so we're good.
These ruins look old. I wonder who built them and when. What are those towers?
Oh, I just woke up.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nothing but
I went to take a nap like
a
couple of hours.
So,
And
the
I wake up
fiends are
4 hours later.
Not 4 hours later, it's like a couple of days.
So, when do you go back to sleep for real then? Do you sleep this evening or no? You stay awake now?
I don't know. I guess I'll sleep at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. That's fine. Let's go. 7 hours. 7 hours. You don't have to be anywhere tomorrow?
No. Actually, I'm free tomorrow.
Nice. What the fuck? This cat's on my back. Fucking cat. Is this a real place? The volcanic islands? Is that real?
Volcanic islands. Let me see.
It's called Thera, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Thera.
It's
Thera
Santorini.
Anafi.
It's Santorini, mate. You don't know Santorini?
Santorini?
Santorini.
Santorini. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the name. Oh yeah, I know what it is. That's the one with all the blue and the white shit.
Yeah, that's
the very
right.
idyllic Greek one.
This island has 2 names actually. So,
Okay.
you know.
We have an inactive volcano there.
That's
A big one.
yeah, a really big one.
This is good, man. See, I'm learning. It's a very good and educational game.
Actually, it is.
There are so many
It's locked.
good stories.
I should
about
check the tablet
and
again.
You can learn something.
It's locked. I should check the tablet again.
Tablet. Where is the tablet?
Ρε μαλάκα Νίκο. Sorry bank for Greg.
No, it's fine, man. Go ahead.
Ρε μαλάκα, ο Frost Mage σε single target με τι κάνει DPS, με τα Frostball και τα Icelands μόνο, εκτός τα Frost Orb, εντάξει.
Glacial Spike.
Τι είναι αυτό?
Το τελευταίο σου talent.
Εγώ έχω βάλει το Therma Void σε αυτό, μάλιστα. Όχι ότι έχω τσεκάρει τι γίνεται με τα talents και αυτά, απλά έτσι τα πέταξα όπως να είναι. Στην τύχη, βασικά στο leveling βάζω όσα περισσότερα passive μπορώ. Γιατί δεν θέλω να πατάω κουμπιά.
Στο leveling βάλε Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost?
Void.
Good?
My Frost is good.
Yeah. Did you already try fire now or what?
No.
I thought you wanted to try it out.
I saw BZD. He wasn't really confident too. I was like, you're doing better as Frost. Switch back.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, that's right.
You need to practice that. anyway. I mean, to practice. Okay, you know
Yeah.
the mage, but you need some time to give some time to use to fire from forest. It's not the same. It's completely different.
Exactly. You
Like
can
if I,
you can try it on some of the earlier bosses, you know.
yeah,
I might do.
like
I
me, if
think it has way more difficult rotation. Not like difficult,
I'm,
but very, very different.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah, it is different, sure.
the proc many crits. Is you're okay. If you don't proc crit, you're done.
But I think it could be good, like on Zegfos there, because I think fire has more actual cooldowns that they can, you know, activate than frost.
Yeah.
Isn't it
And-
like so that the fire has like a couple of buttons that make them go completely apeshit for a couple of seconds, and frost doesn't really have
Yeah.
that much.
He's
Yeah.
better for the execute phase. I don't know if he can be better for the add phase too. I managed to get 2 frozen
It's
orbs
aligned.
out as frost. I don't know if fire can beat that.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's
fine.
better on execute phase.
You know what might be good on the ads on the Zephyrs, on the small ads
Living bomb.
especially. Yeah, that's right. You are in my mind, mate. Living bomb will be really, really good. I think.
No, but I'm talking about like as you said, like in the execute when we're
Yeah, yeah.
lasting there, or when we're making people take
Also,
the
yes,
debuff,
yes.
the double damage one. If then you can pop some actual CDs with it, I think you can just blow up the boss honestly. For like those 20 seconds, you do super damage.
You know, it sucked because when we killed Zekvos, I still had my cooldowns were not ready.
Ah, they were
B-
still
b-
not up,
yeah,
and the boss was
it
already
was
dead.
way faster than the first attempt.
Yeah, it was
I'm
50
like-
seconds faster than our kill that we did before. Yeah. Oh no, there's a puzzle room. Shit. I suck at puzzles. Wait. Let's see, did this work? No, this didn't work. A little bit more.
About that, Monk told me that
This
BZD
looks to
left.
be in the right position.
Yeah. We
Yeah, I
that,
saw when I got home. So,
But anyone know why?
no, he didn't really say anything. But from what we can see, he's just guild hopping.
What did you say, Bang?
From what we see, he's just guild hopping, you know, to skip some bosses and just try to get stuff done faster. But I'm honestly very annoyed when people randomly leave without saying
Yeah, it
anything.
seems like it's not good that he didn't say anything to anyone. I don't know why he acted like that, but
I talked with him when I got home, when I saw. 'Cause I don't know, I just randomly checked the logs and I saw that he was gone. And I'm like, hey, did you tell anyone? And he replied to me like a couple minutes later. He's like, oh no, I was going to tell you. And I'm like, okay.
what did
He
you say?
left,
Sorry,
like-
you interrupt.
Oh, it's probably because I'm playing the game. So,
Yeah, sometimes.
so I talked with him and I asked him, did you tell anyone that you were leaving? And he said, no, I was going to tell you. And but he
When?
left 5 hours earlier, you know?
Yeah, but when that I mean, when are you gonna tell you that? Yeah,
So-
bank, I'm gonna leave for that reason or whatever.
Yeah,
reason.
exactly. And then he said something more, like another 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, and it's like, I didn't know what I was gonna write yet. I was still thinking about it. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Ah, okay. Nice.
Nah,
It's hard to find excuse these days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, honestly,
It
it's the
looks
same.
like that.
Like if you normally if you work somewhere, right? Like obviously you can't really, it's not the same as a job, right? But if you work somewhere and if you leave or if you want to leave, you have to put like a resignation letter or something, or tell them like, look, you have to give notice, right? Could be a couple of
Notice.
weeks, could be months,
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
so that they can look for someone else or whatever, You tell them. And when I told him, so wait, let me see what I said. So I told him it's kind of custom to inform before you leave, because saying it afterwards is pretty much pointless. And he says that it wasn't written down anywhere that he had to do that. So yeah. And then I told him that it's basically a common knowledge kind of thing, normal courtesy. They should like say something instead of just like,
You are in a community exchange.
Exactly.
You don't say anything. Come on, it's not good actually. For him, not for us. It's right. But for him, it's like
It's lame. It's immature. It's another puzzle room. Fuck's sakes.
We actually had a talk yesterday. He was really frustrated with the progress. I guess plenty of us are.
Something's in the way.
But
I am also your R bank is maybe more easy. Hard like that, but you have to talk about it. Actually,
he said that the break he took really helped him. He said he was about to leave with the first progress.
What break he took?
He didn't raid for like a week, I think.
Yeah. He didn't say
Actually-
anything for that either, by the way. He just
anyway,
didn't show up.
actually, he didn't raid more than 1 day per week or max 2. I never see him 3 days in a row visiting online.
No, but so apparently he told you that he took a break there or something. That's all good, but nobody knew that. That's what I mean. There's like no communication. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna take a break because reasons. I won't tell anything to anyone though.
It's like he never talked about anything. I mean,
No.
most of us, maybe this day or next day or 1 day per week, we stay like on the Discord like an hour and talk about everything. I mean, it's how it's work. That's how we work. We are a community. We are not like random people who try to bug something.
Yeah, but it's not for everyone the same. I agree with
Solo
what you
co-op,
say, but
Yo,
hello.
Hey, sort of problems. Yeah, but
What up,
okay,
man?
it's like
Won't budge.
Oh, you're
I think my mates to 120.
kind of low.
Banks. What bank?
No, I thought Ravenclaw was saying something, but I couldn't really hear him.
Training
he
can
not
concentrate for using the app all the time.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We
It's
did
alright,
back-
don't worry. Just you have to say it double times. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
How are you, Salakova?
Nice, I finished the season 3 of Daredevil
Something's blocking this.
and with the rope.
Rope. How it's going?
To normal for the 4 bosses, Mother, Teach, Vectis and the boss, but I think don't also take points. So pretty bad.
It's better. Yeah, it's kind of.
Well, I need
Actually, it's better to get your coins on Myth Plus, not on normal.
yes, but it has a basic
Won't
dagger
budge.
of Mother.
Ah,
And I actually wanna do it again, just
you roll the save, yeah.
but I'm not sure.
What rogue spec are you playing?
Assassination.
Assassination.
Why every rock play assassination?
Back.
Isn't- Yeah.
It's decent, it's doing away damage.
Yeah, it's decent,
good
but
also in
I
single
think
target.
I've got it.
He's good at both. But think that Sableti and Outlaw are better on away.
Sabbath is, I think it's better.
I think
or not.
Suddenly is better on AoE and single target burst, no?
Yeah,
Best, yes, but sustained damage is better on Assassination.
yeah.
You're not in a raid, man. You're running dungeons. Oh, you did.
There. That should work. Now to try the door.
But isn't subtlety the one that you need for Zul?
Yes. They all
Back.
play
Because of the AoE.
Yeah. Because when all the ads around, then you do like you can just spam finishers basically.
yes, but you only need the Sableti in Mythic program, not for...
Yeah. I mean for Mythic Zul, right? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
It's up.
I can try. But I
Cause,
Wait, you're really looking for rogues for that shit?
Yeah. If we can do the same thing and use a couple of rogues to, just brute force it, why not? We're not gonna make it more difficult for us than it has to be, man.
So what's the difference? We just get more ads. That's it.
So, what you do is that you, like the little crocs, you don't kill them really. You just keep them up. And the rogues, they get like benefit because there's more ads alive and they just go ham on the boss. And Zul becomes
guess-
like a 4-minute fight. You just one phase, just boom.
in terms of Sableti Rogue is too much when it has too many ads.
I guess fire mates can benefit from that.
Finally. Now
Reducing
to
it.
find what lies within.
Except Peters on the away damage in Zoom. It's bad one because the Sableti is the fire.
Did you say this before 2 minutes?
Oh, so I guess we're all going single target and we just have some subtleties cleaving.
You take 4 Sableti and you are done with the ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane it is then.
Again it is.
So if I can get some more people that can play rogue, then I'll probably do that. And especially like for the first skills.
We can do that, man.
But I'm still trying to play the Assassination first.
You should play subtly for the Mythic Plus, man. Everyone plays subtly for the Mythic Plus.
Really?
Why would my father
Yeah.
be here?
I can try to do that. It's more easy. It's easier than the
Let me check.
But
Oh,
the trick is that
Sabbathly,
you
it's
have
the-
to do all the time you have to be invisible. to
Let
gain
me
extra
check
charge.
speed.
Sabbathly, it's the hardest rotation in the game.
Yes, because
Actually-
you have to play clever in a situation with the ads. Because
Yeah.
as I said, you have to be invisible many times to do the away damage. Because you can like combos and increase
Yeah,
damage.
I know. I'm playing Sabbathly on PvP, so I know how it's going.
Actually, you know what?
It's really hard to play savagely. That I mean, you need to.
I know.
You need to practice that. I mean, that's I mean. You need more practice. You need a lot of practice.
Yes,
to
but
be good.
it's
What the fuck
it's
am I
easier
doing?
than assassination.
No,
Yes.
I told you, the savagely has the worst rotation in the game.
Ravenclaw,
Do
take
you
this
know
one.
how many buttons does he have?
Hmm?
Do you know how many buttons has?
I didn't count them yet, but
It's
I know.
look, because I checked them now and I have put the correct talents and all that.
All right. You meant for assassination or savage? Actually.
Sublet.
Okay.
It's like 5 buttons.
Guys, can I say something?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
With no
sorry,
interrupts.
Listen to what I'll say. Subtlety. Do you guys hear me? Subtlety.
Yeah.
Say it how I'm saying it. Subtlety.
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 Sadly.
Yeah,
Why
subtlety.
we say that?
Wait,
No,
you do
because
not
you
pronounce
guys
the
always
B?
say like subtlety and stuff like that, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you guys saying? It's just subtlety. The B is silent. It's not there.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
There you go.
How we could know
fine.
that, man? Come on.
Yeah, but you know, you guys teach me Greek, I teach you English. Yeah.
Oh,
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's cool. That's
So
cool.
the correct is subtlety. Okay?
Yeah, just
Subtlety.
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 Yeah, subtlety. It's very fluid. You don't have to
Yes,
think
but
about
it
that
has-
L, E, and a B. Just subtlety.
Yes, but wait, it has BTL, no BLT. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah,
The first is T, and after is L, not L first and then T.
it's
That's why
it's
I'm saying.
so basically you just say it like this. I just typed it in all chat. You just say it like that. Subtlety.
Oh.
So you put away the B and the L. When
No,
you-
no, no. You pronounce the L. You just ignore the B. It's subtly. Actually, Bank's
Subtle.
right.
Yes, but he moved the L in front of E. Yes, but
It's subtly.
yes, I know. Okay, I agree to that. But why why we hear it like that?
Here I'm just writing it like phonetically. You know, this is the sound.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why not? Something.
Yeah, subtlety.
Right.
There you
Need
go.
some time to use it.
Okay.
I should watch my step.
Actually, send you
Oh yes, I should. But
the speed of life, the streamer.
Oh, she's good.
He stopped.
Oh.
Not like that.
Help subtlety.
His assassination, I think. I don't know if he switches back and forth. I guess he does.
He's playing. No, he's playing DK.
Nice.
Okay, he also has a YouTube channel with his pops. You should check that. Let me find it.
I remember at least that subtlety was the most difficult of the 3 rogue specs. At least
It's
I
I think it's the most difficult rotation in the game, actually, and not only on the rocks.
Really?
I don't know.
yeah.
It could be.
Actually,
whatever.
that I remember from Wrath of the Lich King. Not, I don't know how it's going on Draenor and those expansions that I didn't play. But
I know in Legion it was difficult. You could do really well with it, but it was more difficult to be good at it and to learn.
that's yeah, exactly.
Damn! Get out! Out!
Yeah, actually he might.
Yes, he's playing both. In the third video, if you check, he's playing Outlaw.
I don't know in which situation you have to swap.
Yeah.
It's the same with Fire and Frost. I don't know in which
No,
dungeon Fire is better or Frost better.
You don't know?
Oh no, I don't.
Come on, why you don't know? You play main. You main and you don't know.
Dude, listen to me.
Why?
I'm good as Frost in every dungeon.
There
Why
you
should
go.
I know where fire is good?
Because you're a mate?
So what?
Come on.
Don't even have a fire gear yet.
I'm
There are
really
really dungeons
disappointing.
where like fire does a lot more than frost.
Yeah, probably, yes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like,
I think something is better on
I should watch my step.
Bank, go one more time.
Go one
Explain
more time.
him how he can pronounce the word.
subtlety.
Subtlety, yes. The subtlety is better in Maniac. Because
Yes.
I checked from his video in Motherlode. They put all 3 packs in the beginning, and the demo hunter did the math trip, and they burst like the demo hunter bursted the 100k DPS, the CG 73, and the subtlety 61.
61 is not good, I guess, if you cannot compete Demon Hunter in AoE.
Demo hunter is top.
Man, I can compete the Demon Hunter.
But Demon Hunter probably pops everything there, right? He still
Yeah.
has meta up from the start, I guess. How the fuck can my father be in a volcano? What the fuck?
Ναι, ανεβαίνω.
Actually, Bank, as you realized yesterday, I was really mad.
Why?
Yeah,
Don't
I
know, I
saw.
just
I
feel-
don't know then if I answered you, but I did poke him a couple of times as well, and it was a bit annoying because there was times where, like at the start, he obviously did nothing, right? And you could see, like, when the discussion, then he didn't really want to do stuff because he thought it wasn't important.
Yeah.
But then later on, he did some good pulls where he actually did a lot, and then it was some other pulls again where it was like very low, and then it went up again, so it was a bit. So once I talked to him again, then like on the last 2 pulls or something, I think he did very well again. It was actually quite high then. But yeah, obviously, he should just do it from the start, you know, like everyone else.
Yeah.
And
From
they-
what I've seen,
Mhm.
he was top in the tries that he was actually targeting the ad. I don't know why. He was just the first DPS. But in the tries that he was focusing only the boss, he was way lower. Even in the total damage.
Yeah,
What are you talking
What
about?
is this place?
Hannibal.
add
Oh,
damage.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's,
Wait,
But-
who was Hannibal? I think
Time
he
to take a
remains.
dive.
Balthazar.
It was Balthazar.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why he didn't think it was important before. Because I'm pretty sure it was said multiple times that the ad, you know, is important and blah blah blah.
Yeah, actually, it's not about this situation, it's about the general situation. When we have ads, we sometimes our DPS not take them down really fast, but we need to take them down really fast.
This place
And,
is
and
huge.
thinking about, I was maining DPS specs, like my mates, actually, and I don't understand why people don't go on DPS and ads when they're coming.
Because it's always a bit of a difficult balance. Because there are certain classes that are, because of the spec and because of the class, they're better to deal with ads, and they can still have like good damage on the boss. And then there's others that if they have to swap to ads, they either have to like burn their cooldowns on it, and then they have nothing for the boss anymore. Or like, you know, it's basically when they go in the ad, their boss damage goes like to 0 basically. And so it's normally true that you want to kill an ad ASAP in most fights. It depends a bit. But you also still want like boss damage, like on Zekphos as well. Like, we want to kill the ads quickly, but also we want the boss to hit 40% before the third set of ads come. So if everyone switches to the ad, we lose so much boss damage then that it becomes problem to get the boss to 40%. So there's always a bit of a balance, and especially like those people that are very good on boss damage because of the spec they have, once they see that the ads die quickly enough, they are gonna think, or they're gonna try to shift away their damage from the ads and more to the boss, because they want to see how far they can push it, that the ads still die in a reasonable time frame and they can still do good damage to the boss, basically. That's the balance then, and it's not wrong, but sometimes it's a bit too much.
I agree with you, but when we have a nut and don't really die fast enough, and you know, in some points we got like 4 stacks of shield. It wasn't able to heal it that without burning your mana, because you know, if you burn your mana as a healer,
Yeah,
then
but we should
it's a rape.
never get 4 stacks, right?
That's right, that's right. I agree with you, but
Shouldn't we get like the 1 stack and then it drops off,
you-
and then we get the 1 stack and it drops off?
if you see, if you're a DPS, how I'm thinking about it. If you're a DPS, okay, and you see that the ad is still alive, and after, I don't know what's the best time. Maybe 20 seconds, maybe, I don't know. Just say a time. I don't really.
I don't know the number of seconds by heart, how long it takes to cast, but everyone like in DBM, I can see when the ad is gonna cast.
Yeah.
So if you see that it's less than 5 seconds or something and it's still at 20%, you know we're gonna have a problem, right? So
That's right. And yeah, let's say 20 seconds. An example. If you see the ad is still alive after 20 seconds, what's the reason to keep DPSing the boss?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean, okay? Okay, I understand that some people, some classes, specs, if they start swapping targets, they're gonna be low on DPS and they lose much of rotation or whatever. Yeah, I understand that.
If the ad is next to the boss, you don't lose DPS.
depends on the class.
Nah, depends. Yeah, depends.
I mean, they won't lose DPS normally unless if they have to keep like some dots up, or if there's like other effects that are up and then that reinforce like procs or whatever that you get, you know. But they are gonna lose what they think is useful DPS, you know, boss DPS is what they're gonna lose.
Look, for the bosses, look, no. For the DPSs that they have execute, it's better to switch to the ad because they get more DPS.
They abuse the percentage of the ad during that phase. If it's lower than 30%, they can abuse that on every ad. If it's higher than 80%, they can abuse that too. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think many DPS lose damage if they swap targets. I guess it's only if they stack something on the target that it's gonna affect you.
Yeah,
I think combos are stacked on the character and not on the ads anymore.
Combos are on the character now. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and also you'll start losing combo if after you have a lot of time, if you until you start losing your combo, you know, because after some time the combos drop down.
Yeah, but like I
So-
don't know how MM still plays now. I know nobody plays MM right now, right?
MM is really good on switching targets back and forth.
Okay. Because at some point they had like certain windows where you had to have like certain debuffs up on the ads, and then if you had to switch, then you had to put that shit back on again, and you know. So but I don't know how it plays right now, honestly.
Actually, MM, the first aim shot you throw on a target deals double damage. So if you throw the first hit of the ad, it's
And
gonna
then-
be an aim shot. It's
Yeah.
gonna crit a lot. Also, he gets to execute phases, one at 90% and above, and one at 30 or 20% and below, something like that.
Okay, so it's actually really good for an MM to switch
Yeah.
to an ad, basically. Yeah, but I think honestly on this fight, we're not gonna have enough damage to like skip out the complete intermission. You know, we're gonna get 3 intermissions for sure.
I think
So-
everyone gets 3 intermissions.
Yeah, normally you get 3 anyway. So the actual boss damage is probably not gonna come down to it. It's just more important that the ad dies in time. On Zekfos it's debatable, and there you can like get away with like doing a bit more damage to the boss or to the bigger ads instead of like to the little ads, that kind of shit. But on Vectis, honestly, you need to kill the ad, period. Because if
Yeah.
you get those debuffs off, like that's also the whole point that you have 5 healers, and then you're gonna get those debuffs. That, yeah,
It's over, Bang.
stupid.
We can heal that.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
over because you know
Hello?
I can overlap with my tranquility. I can overlap one whole debuff and maybe 30% of the second, max 30% of the second. I
Icarus!
think, if I'm correct. Not if I'm correct. Just see that on the last raids
Traitor.
we did.
Greetings,
So if we have 4
Alexios.
debuff, we need
Welcome
like
to our
4
planet.
cooldowns to drop on this. No one gonna have all the cooldowns after 6 minutes fights or 4 minutes fight. No one's gonna have all the healing cooldowns up,
Atlantis. Impossible.
and it's hard to
I
heal.
thought it was
And
just a
if
myth.
people
There
have
are
low
many
life,
secrets
we're
in
gonna
this
lose
world
lots of
that are
people
hidden behind myth
from the
and legend.
vector.
And who are you?
My name is Pythagoras. I'm
But,
your father.
I haven't checked the
Pythagoras.
logs yet from
That doesn't
the
make
fight,
any
so I
sense.
don't know exactly
He
how
died
many
decades
stacks and
ago.
all that jazz.
Yes.
Maybe you have,
Almost a century
but
if memory serves.
I'll check them tomorrow.
I
and
can't
once
Only
I-
one time
Here I
we
am,
have 4
standing
four
before
Yeah.
you.
But we
stacks
probably
and,
had the next
Yes.
ad at that
My
point that
oldest
didn't
and
get
dearest
soaked.
friend.
So that's basically
Yeah.
already a
I
wipe.
sent him to watch
Basically.
over
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
And
And
now,
one time
here
or
you
2
are.
maybe, I'm not sure. I don't remember, to be honest. It was like 2 stacks on the debuff, but
I've traveled a
we
long
did-
way
we
to meet my
managed
real
to hit
father.
that, to be honest.
You.
You were
The
not
stacks
sent
it's,
here
it's
for a family
pretty much okay
reunion.
with 5 healers.
There are bigger things
But
at stake.
3rd
Why was
stack,
I sent here?
mm,
What's my role in all of this?
I don't wanna.
I
do
want
that.
answers.
You know,
There is knowledge
it's
in
kind
this
of why
place.
if you get that
Powerful
stack.
knowledge. In the wrong hands, its secrets could bring about the downfall of humanity. We cannot allow others to discover this place.
But
We must
I
find
think
a
in general
way
it
to
went
see
pretty
it
okay,
world
honestly.
forever.
Ah, we
don't
did
understand any of
33%.
And there
I
was
don't
still
want
Yesterday
not a
was a
scholar.
good raid.
We all have a purpose, Alexios.
There was
Yours
still
is to help
some,
me protect the secrets
some people
of
that need to get
Atlantis.
used to the fact that once they have 6 stacks, you know, that they
Yeah, but after some tries, we managed the stacks better than the beginning.
mm,
We started
Actually,
managing the stacks.
I didn't realize that you can check your group stacks on the raid frames.
Mm.
yeah, you can. So that's why, in my opinion, it should be very easy for everyone to
On the
see
raid frames,
what
you
does everyone
mean,
else have in my group.
the single raid frames of WoW?
Yeah, your
in
party
the,
I'm
frames.
not using them.
in the
at all.
basic
And
raid
how do you
frames, you
heal?
can see it.
With how it's called? Voodoo?
Voodoo?
Yeah.
It does not show the stacks.
The exactly stacks, not really.
You can-
you should
maybe
get-
I can fix that, but
Yeah. You
I
can
can fix
definitely
it.
add it in Voodoo. I'm sure that you can add it.
But I already have too many things on my Voodoo, so I don't want more. But okay, I'm gonna do it if it's.
But that
you
is
should.
very important for that fight, man. You should
Yeah.
have that there.
You have the perfect control on your group. Actually, a couple of times I saw that Captain Pervert is not having many stacks, so
I got
Moment.
on time zeros.
uh,
Like But it was my mistake.
Why should
actually,
I help
because
you?
I was standing
You were
too
never
far
there
away
for
from
me.
the group,
You
and
endured
I
what you
didn't
had
get
to in order
stacks.
to be
And I
strong
realized
enough for what's to come.
when we got
I
to
never
the
asked for
transition,
any of this.
and
Our
then I
destiny's
started
a
getting
burden we must
stacks all the
shoulder.
time.
So it was like I
It's
got
not
in the red
something
shit
you
to get some stacks
What
and
would
be
you
like,
have
oh,
me
I'm
do?
like, you guys are good stacks.
No,
The
I didn't
answers
get.
I seek are
fucking
behind
shit.
these mechanisms.
Actually,
I'm joking, man.
managed.
And the
Yeah, no.
artifacts to
Actually,
open them are missing.
yesterday
So
I
I need
managed
to
to
find the
dodge
artifacts
many
and return them
sheets,
to Atlantis?
red
I've
sheets.
collected
Only at one
information
fight.
that hints
No, no,
where
those
artifacts
red lines do
may
not
be
give an
located.
stack, I think.
However,
Oh,
they
they
are
give-
It's the red
incredibly
pool.
powerful.
They
corrupt
give.
the
No,
minds
it
of
should be
lesser
the lines,
people
man.
and possess a will to defend
But
The
themselves.
lines
Well,
they give.
I'll bring
the
them
lines
back.
should give, but I
But
don't think they always
I
give.
still have
it's
questions
a bit.
for you.
I'm not
And I
really
have
sure about
answers.
it, but
For now, take
you
this.
know, I was like
It's part
one
of a
time
key to
that I
access an
failed,
artifact
totally
that is
failed.
hidden in field
I was
plan.
like
I have
2
an
stacks
ally trying to
or
find the
3,
second half as
on
we
the
speak.
start of the transition, and I said, okay, I'm good, I'm Gucci, I'm doing very well, and then I start taking every single line, and I was at the end I was like 9 or 10 of this transition. So yeah, you're getting, and it's kind of sad. When I was all the night, all the raid, I was like, okay, I just eating only 1 or maybe 2 on every try on the transition, and then I get them all together. Shit. I was like, what the fuck? Why?
So, for me, there's 2 things that need to happen. It's the people need to realize how many stacks they have and how many they have in their party, and start doing the things that, like you said as well. Oh, I see that Captain Perfect has low. You know, I'm gonna give him and stuff. Or that Buratino did, and like some other people did. Start
Yeah, the
talking.
Buratino, actually Buratino's way, it was the best way for me.
Yeah, exactly. Just start talking and start juggling them around
That's
a bit.
right.
It doesn't
You
have
need
to
to
take long.
communicate in
Exactly.
the raid. If you don't communicate, it's like a pug.
Yeah,
We are not
exactly.
pugs. We have to
So-
talk about issues in the raid.
So that's
And-
the one main thing. The second main thing is again the couple of times that we got like 6-7 stacks on some people. They
And
didn't understand that they had to spread out, and instantly that group blew up. You know, you saw people going from 4 stacks to like, you know, getting like double 3 stacks, and you know. So that's also something that needs to happen still. But it'll be interesting to see on the logs as well if we actually take a stack from the circle or from the lines, and if we take it always from the lines or no. Because I don't think you always take it from the lines, but I do think you take it for the majority of the time.
But actually, for the first raid, the first tries actually on Vectis, because the last week tries
Theodore,
I'm not count
we
them.
found
I'm not
Atlantis.
count them because,
Atlantis?
you know, it was
Let me check your vitals.
like half an hour.
You're
Let's go meet
delirious.
Vectis.
We've been searching for an Isu artifact
It's
with
not-
reality-bending
it wasn't
powers,
serious,
and this
actually.
bothers you?
We just tried to see
Pythagoras
how
was
it's the
born
fight.
around 570
yeah,
BCE.
the first
That
look.
would make the man in that
But
cave nearly
yesterday was the first serious tries, and we did it very well, in my opinion. Actually. And also, this is a progress. When we improving ourselves on something that we're doing wrong, this is a good progress for me. Because maybe we didn't get the boss, or we may do another week to get the boss, but people start to understand how to do this. How to play, how to communicate also. This is a progress also. That we start to communicate each other with everyone, and we need to do that more.
Yeah, for me the communication should go even more. It's a bit
Yeah.
annoying because there are a lot of people that don't like it when everyone starts talking. But
Not- Yeah, it's not about start talking about jokes or shit
No,
things.
no.
That is not about the raid. But when it's about the raid and it's really an issue, yeah, you have to talk about it. You have to communicate with others to say.
But not even
whatever
about
it
an issue or talk about for problems between the pools or anything. I'm actually talking about like a lot of quick decisions, quick, short. Okay, you and me, we bounce the debuff, that kind of shit, just quickly. Like, I really invite you to go watch high-level guilds. Normally you can't really find Method a lot because normally all of their audio is blocked. But on like a lot of high-level guilds, you will actually see and hear that a lot of people are talking at the same time, but they are all talking about the fight. They're only talking about the fight. But it is a lot of okay, who is doing this? You are doing that. Okay, I will take the next. You do this.
Yeah.
Like people are
You
constantly
have to
talking.
communicate. If you don't communicate, you're losing. It's the truth. You're losing about 1 second of something, or maybe DPS on add on, or a debuff. You're gonna lose 1 second. You're gonna lose time from the fight. You may lose a guy in the fight or something. And that's
But
why
it's difficult. It's difficult and it's stressful because everyone is talking. You have to find the information that's correct for you. You still have to focus on everything that you're doing and your timers and all of that, and you have to talk as well. That's why it's not so hard to switch into that.
Yeah, that's really true. Actually, the only part that
150 years old.
I'm
What
really
could possibly
getting
be
hard
keeping him
to
alive?
The staff
to
of Hermes
be decent actually on Vectis. It's the transition
San, you were
fight when
right.
I need
I'll help
to
you
heal
pack up the
people
gear.
and then I need
Thanks.
to move
Let's roll
all
out.
the time from the fighting lines. It's sometimes I'm gonna stay in the line to heal someone who has
That's
a
fine.
debuff and it's low. I'm gonna stay, yeah. One stack, maybe I'm gonna save the raid, but yeah, also I can wipe the raid with one more stack.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine if someone takes a stack or two
Yeah,
stacks
that's
here and
true.
there. As long as it doesn't happen too much, and as long as it's like, okay, I'm taking this stack because I'm doing this. Not like I'm taking this stack because I'm an idiot. You know?
Yeah, for a good reason, it's okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's really, I want to improve that. To move more
It's
quickly, more fast, and heal all the people around.
It's actually kind of hard sometimes to dodge the lines when you're soaking, because I don't know if you noticed, but some people circle activated even when they were still
I've
in
reached the
it,
coordinates.
because it's not like it's not always 100%. I've had it as well, like on the heroic, even when I was soaking 2 circles and I wanted to dodge the line, and I was
Yeah.
still in it, and somehow one of the circles spawned an ad. And like in those cases, it's better to just stay put, take the line
And
to the
to
face,
take the
but be
hit.
sure that you have the 2 circles covered. Because otherwise you'll move and then you're gonna feel like an idiot when that ad comes up, and if the ad does
Say
come
what
up,
the
it's
fuck.
basically a wipe.
I know
normally,
what
so-
you mean. I understand what you mean. That's
The series of caves we detected should be right under me.
that's why
My equipment's
mages
ready.
are really
Preparing
good
to dive.
double shock the
Yeah, hunters can too.
Mages and hunters are very
mage
good.
and
Yeah.
hunter. Yeah,
Really?
that's
You have
really
no
good.
idea.
Maybe demo hunters too,
I'm not really sure.
with the
their immunity
darkness.
talent. No, not with the darkness. Because the darkness is just a random chance, so it's good if everyone is stacked up, then it'll definitely do a lot. But demon hunters have an immunity that they can talent into.
I think it's 2 seconds immunity or something. I think it's a small window, small immunity.
It's pretty short, but if you're a good player, you can time that, and
Do we have good demo hunters?
I'm sure Anna can pull that off. And I
Okay,
think
I'll
Rico
take your
can do
word.
it as well if he actually gets explained what needs to happen.
We have good Timo hunters, mate. Bank is good Timo hunter.
But I don't have that ability.
Yeah, but
Sadly.
you're a demo hunter, and
But-
he said we have good demo hunters.
Yeah, it's true. He
He
didn't
needs to
specify
ban.
that they
Come
have to
on.
be DPS. I can soak 2 or 3 as a tank anyway, it's not really a problem.
Yeah.
But it can definitely work, because I know that during the progress on Zekfos, for instance, Rico was also going out like with the clouds when the dance was happening, and that 2-second window, if you click it correctly, it will completely save him. But it's definitely more difficult than other classes.
Well, Reiko is
There could be
the
sharks.
problem with Reiko is
I prefer that to
whole time he's
Templars.
drunk or
We'll
fucked.
keep an eye out for Upstabber. Left ladder.
Thanks. I'm heading down
he's-
now. There
he's
has
good.
to be a way
He's-
in.
the-
I'll find it.
Maybe he's
There.
For Rico,
That
it's
must be
easy
the
to
way.
make a mistake, but you know, it's really when you say something to this guy, he gonna say, "Yes, okay, let's do it." It's like he wants to communicate. He likes to communicate, and
Are you all still reading
you can
me?
communicate
It's
with
awfully
him
quiet on
very
comms.
nice and
We
easy.
hear you, Layla.
Thanks.
Rico
It's just
is
so
a
silent
good
down
guy,
here.
man.
You're
Very
not alone,
easygoing.
Layla. We're
He's
monitoring
just
your
not
progress.
always as
You're doing
focused as he
fine.
should be.
Yeah, we're here if you need us.
Because
Send us
on
as
the
he's sitting
home,
at the desk.
Well,
2
I
or
don't have to
3
be on a boat
times
to be
I want
useful.
to rest
I have
him
loads of information on ancient
and
Greece. Did
on the
you know
heroic
that at
economy.
Zakros, the
And
Minoans
I
built
said
a
to him,
graveyard
"Don't
so
take
huge it was
now."
known
And
as the
he
Ravine
say,
of the
"Okay,
Dead?
okay."
Can
tell
we
me
please
when
not
to
talk
say.
about death?
Because
Lena, promise me that if I
it's
die down here,
good
you'll rename this place
communication.
the
Some people
Caves
will
of the
say,
Dead.
"Okay, what
I'm
the
on
fuck,
it.
I'm gonna take it."
People!
Whatever. You know. Yeah, but I like that on, on the people that, yeah, okay, he answered me and we're good. And we're okay. Everyone is happy.
Everyone's happy, man.
Mm.
I'm not happy.
What?
We don't care about you.
Why are you not happy, man?
I'm happy.
Okay.
Because he didn't have sex today, that's why I'm problem.
Oh.
This is a problem.
I'm gonna miss the London loft. I really like the view.
Miss it. Why can't you go back?
Didn't you read Kyoshi's report? Abstergo's already swept through it. It's compromised.
No, I've been...
Oh yeah, I don't know exactly yet how we're gonna do it for Wednesday. But
What
they'll-
do you mean, actually?
for the mythic or the heroic or stuff. So we'll probably look for Gahun at some point, but I think we're just gonna start with mythic and kill 2, maybe 3 bosses there on Wednesday.
3 bosses, come
And if
on.
we have time left, then maybe do Gahun or something.
3 bosses, not 2.
Yeah,
2
yeah,
is not enough.
2 is not
You
enough,
know,
man.
Zekvos should be easy now.
Hundreds of course, mate. Like mad.
You need stuff there?
Yeah, I need the weapon, mate, from there. I'm gonna drop the seal
weapon?
over there. I was keeping the seal one, like, from Wednesday to drop it on September.
Okay, well, honestly, you guys should then talk a bit amongst yourselves for the healers who wants to do Zekvos and stuff, because that way maybe get the guys in who actually need stuff for there.
Probably.
I actually can stay out for Zekvos. I don't need anything. But I have a feeling that you're gonna need me.
Yeah. Probably. Kovacs also did very well there, actually. On Zekvos.
On the kill? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But I kinda like mages. So I'd rather get one more in than one less. But we should be good damage out of that. So
Don't
we'll
worry,
see.
Bank. I need only 1 level. 90% of my level.
Yes. Nice, man.
And then you're gonna have 1 more mate if you want.
Yeah, well, again, if you get the mage to a decent level, and then I'm all for people getting decent alts, man. It's good. Then we can have some more flexibility. Oh, we don't need a second druid or something. You swap to the mage, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna happen because always my mates is coming first. Everything. Even when I'm
Dina,
leveling
Kiyoshi, are you alright?
last,
Of course.
I'm gonna
After
keep
clearing
because
out the
it's
last
my
of our
first
gear,
time.
I observed the infiltration
I have some
from a
feelings for
distance.
this.
Did they pick up the present I
More
But
than
again, for upcoming raid for Wednesday, you
it's
guys
not
for the
gonna
healers.
be ready.
No. But for you, like to play with the druid, I mean, you
Yeah,
guys should
wanna-
definitely have a chat with the other healers and see who
Yeah.
needs what from what boss.
I'm not
Because a lot of
really
you guys
sure.
are all around the same eye levels and can all do those fights anyway. So I think it's important that we get the people in and the specific bosses that you actually still need some loot from.
I want to see. Actually, I'm gonna check.
Yes, they found the USB key you chose.
The three first bosses.
Because I think like for the
No
first
one had a
three,
stairwell.
any sort of healing combination should work, except that we definitely need a link on Mother, I think,
Yeah.
and like one extra defensive cooldown maybe to go together with that. On Zekphos it really shouldn't matter, although Wolf likes a bit more tank healing, but honestly even with one tank healer it should work. Even if a raid healer focuses a little bit more on
We
tank
still
healing.
believe that we
Enough
need
to
to
stick that in the
No,
computer.
I don't believe
They don't
it.
have to. It's a shell
because I
for one
think
of my special
that
RFID
we
transmitters.
get it over.
Get it
with
anywhere in your
that.
workstation, like say in the head of security's office.
I don't
and
mean about
boom.
Impressive.
something bad.
All in
but,
a day's hack.
You know, I have
Wow.
already.
It's
told
more
you, but-
elaborate than I could have imagined. How did they
fine.
build all
I
this?
don't know what you guys.
I want to pay for an Isu toolbox.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what you guys talked about, but after the chat you had, we managed to kill Zekvos, and I think the healing was better that way. I don't know what you changed.
On the
is
second kill
different from
or
each.
the first?
On the first,
Some aesthetic elements in
On the
common.
first
but
kill, let me get a fast look on the logs to see because I don't remember
What chat are you
who was
talking
it.
about?
We had the chat?
When Wolf had a chat with all the healers, you mean, or what?
Yeah, yeah.
She basically told the
Yeah.
healers to focus her more, follow her more, telling them where she was gonna move, to make sure that they're in range and that they keep an eye out on like when the big damage comes in, so that they can get her up. We also changed the way we tanked, so the damage profile was more the same, as in like now. So before we would take magic hit, physical hit on tank 1, then swap, second tank takes a second magic hit and then starts eating the melees. Which means that healers would maybe still try to heal the first tank, even though the first tank is completely out of danger at that point because he's not taking melee hits or anything. And then maybe not have enough healing for second tank, potentially, or vice versa. And what we're doing now is tank that starts takes magic damage, physical damage, magic damage. And after that, the second tank taunts off and he just takes the normal melee attacks from the boss. And then it starts
I
again.
see.
So now for the healers it's very clear who is the active tank and they can just focus on him. And the guy that has like the 2 stacks of magic damage means he gets no healing, so they shouldn't focus on him at all because, you know, the healing doesn't happen anyway.
Actually, to be honest, because most of the time, you and Wolf speak about who taking the control of the boss. So, you know, it's not really hard to know who is tanking the boss if you don't want to take the target to target the boss to see. You know?
I should get out of
So
this
it's
diving
not
suit before I start
hard,
exploring.
but you know, we discussed about it. I don't want to discuss them anymore again. I no, bang. Don't
Yeah.
love me. It's
No,
it's
no,
kind
it's
of gonna
fine,
say
it's
the
fixed,
same things, and
Exactly.
it's annoying.
But it's
You see
like-
how chill I am the last week.
yeah, exactly.
How
It's good.
it's everything is good.
It should be chill. There's no reason to
Yeah.
get worked up.
Yeah, I'm trying to don't get mad, to don't get ill, to don't do anything. Just chill.
Just chill. Exactly.
Yeah.
But so sometimes what can happen is like sometimes healers go into panic mode. You know, people drop below a certain amount and they're like, "Holy shit, we gotta fix this guy!" Right?
No, not really. If it's you know, after like let's say 20 tries on one boss,
Mhm.
you know when someone's gonna die from some debuff or whatever, and if you don't have any top-up healing to save him on the time, you know he's dead. So
Yeah.
you know he's dead. I can't do anything. It's sometimes you want to heal him, but it's 100% that you can.
Well,
But
I think it definitely makes it very clear now who is like active tank, who is not active tank. There's a
Yeah,
bunch of
that's
damage on one, the other one is fully healed up at that point. He switches over, You know, it's a very predictable damage pattern now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's real. I made it.
But it's fine.
Layla to Altair too? I'm in. Do you have visuals?
Yes.
I
By
think the
the
second
gods,
kill was
Layla,
very good.
it's
It was pretty
Atlantis.
clean.
How are you feeling?
We went into
Any
the last
nausea from
phase
the
with
pressure
2 reses
change?
available
No,
as
I'm
well,
fine.
so
These rooms are...
you know, as long as everyone just
Oh,
stays
and you didn't
focused.
rest me?
Yeah, I
wait.
saw that last res. I think it never got used even. I think, cause
Screw you.
I think
Mate,
Pasta died
you-
at the dance, and after that nobody got rest anymore.
I think they rest the first one that died.
The first one got rest. Yeah, yeah. Kovacs
Who was
got
it?
a rest.
Kovacs, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kovacs got a rest.
Actually, it's better on Kovacs because he gets the execute.
Yeah. Yeah, but we still should have used the second one as well, I feel. Oh, we didn't. But yeah, we didn't need to, but yeah. But I think it's because we didn't have a warlock to res, so it was only Silverlane and Pasta, I think, that could res. And Pasta
sure
died.
The
Yeah.
druids.
Not.
Was there another druid?
Nokum wasn't in the raid on
I don't think I took
No,
Nokum
no,
in,
you-
wasn't.
and
Paspa
Boombringer
was,
wasn't
I
there.
think.
Only Paspa was it because
Only Paspa.
Ceci came online after Vectis actually. After
Yeah,
some time
Ceci was
Vectis.
only online after we've already did like half of Vectis.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think it was only Pasta there and James that could res.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if James was dead at that point or if he just forgot about it. But Pasta definitely died at some point because he died to the dance.
You see, Raphaelia, when I'm not in the raid, no one raised me.
Think, Layla,
No.
think.
But
Must
when
be-
you die, it's
Something
the
has
first
to power
thing
up this
I'm gonna
place.
do.
Actually.
At you, it's
I'm
really the
re-entering
first
the Animus.
thing. When
I
you're
need
gonna
Alexis
die,
to
I'm
show
not
me how he got
waiting for
farther
Bank to
inside.
say raise Raphaelia. It's autocast, you know.
Oh, sick. I saw the fight, that's why I didn't say rest me. I knew it was over.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you auto res Raphaelia, and then I'm gonna be like, dude, we didn't ask for a res. What the fuck are you doing?
It's fine. It's fine.
That means you don't need me?
It's
Yeah.
one of our top DPS mate, and
Yeah.
not only on he's doing a lot of damage, he's doing a lot of mechanics. You need him alive, not dead.
I know there's not much
I
time.
A
imagine
lot
you
of the
have many
mechanics.
What the fuck? There's so many.
I have
I'm
questions.
dying.
The sentimental and emotional connections form
Come on,
between
this last
people
level, it's take ages.
Why did you come here? And
I was never going to erase you. Our duty was to continue our ancient bloodline,
you could have brought us here.
and you would have been
If you've been here all the...
We're both descendants of the people who built this place, just like you. We knew
That's when you...
in a manner of speaking.
Why is the cult...
It is our family's destiny to control the power in this place.
So they want our blood?
You have a destiny, my child, to destroy the cult and their influence on the Greek world.
They've tried to destroy me and failed.
Man.
And they'll never control me.
Well, I'm not gonna say because I don't know if any of you guys are gonna play this game at some point, but my father is kind of a strange guy.
That's all I wanted
Yeah,
to know.
Always Greek fathers are strange.
I want to know more about Atlantis.
There isn't enough time for me to explain even a fraction of what I have learned here. All I
Actually,
can
I want
offer
to
for
try
now
this
is a hint of
Assassin's Creed. I didn't play anything from the series.
You haven't played a single
actually,
Assassin's Creed game?
I played that one with Egypt
What have you been studying here?
scenario.
Everything.
Yeah, with
The
the
first civilization's
I don't
history, their
remember.
culture,
I played
their
one, but I
science.
don't remember.
With
really
it, we
which
can
one.
change
Ah,
humanity.
you should
like
play
destiny and usher
the one in
an
Italy.
age of enlightenment.
Revelations
Destiny is
and the
something only the gods
Brotherhood.
can alter.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think it was
living,
with
breathing
Spanish something.
gods.
Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed
Ah, the
Brotherhood are
Black
very
Sails,
good.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was with Spanish.
Black Sails has some Spanish in it, yeah. But that's like a pirate game. I'm pretty sure you could remember that you played a pirate.
No, Maybe I don't
This
remember.
place
It's
is
There
like a
wasn't
tomb.
another
How did you
Spanish
live
one, I
down
think.
here?
There
And
was
for so long?
This artifact,
American
like your
one
spear,
with
possesses
the
incredible power. It has given
what
me
was
life,
his name?
so that I may continue
It's
to
the
live
Indian
can't
guy.
remember.
this place.
Yeah.
But I didn't play much Assassin.
I guess he was fixing some phones
You
there.
call it Atlantis, but what
I
exactly?
believe it was
Actually,
a city
that's the
long
only
ago,
one I
a
didn't play.
place where
Oh, I
beings
didn't
of
play
great
the
knowledge
Egypt one too.
and power lived before
Egypt one was good.
humankind had built even its first primitive settlements.
Did you play the one in
It
Turkey?
was perhaps some kind of library where the ancient ones stored
Ooh.
information.
What was its title? I can't remember.
Isn't it Revelations actually that was in Turkey?
Revelations, I think it was the what's it called? After the the
It's
Assassin's Creed
the-
2.
It's the last one with Ezio. No, it's
Yeah.
not after 2. Brotherhood is after 2.
Actually, I played all that series with Ezio. All three of them.
Yeah, I didn't play the third one, so I didn't play Revelations, but I think that one is in Turkey.
Man, fuck you.
Or like the Ottoman Empire at that point. Let's see if I can find it. No.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's in
because there were
Constantinople.
Greek traders. Yeah, you're right. I did play it.
Greek traders in Constantinople. Who would have known?
Yeah. What are the odds?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't play that one, so.
I've heard enough. What do I
Ah,
do
you
with
should.
this?
Place them in their
I actually love
corresponding
the
cities, and
Ezio
pass the
stories,
answer.
the whole series.
Well, I played the second one and I had a lot of fun with it. I don't know why I never played the Brotherhood when it came out, but I've been playing it a bit now, so I actually have it installed here as well. And so far so good.
I should go.
Yes, there is much to do.
And then I played the third one, and I also played I played the one in Egypt, and I played there's like another one that was made like a year after the third one, like a smaller one. Outlaw or Rogue or something. Played that one as well.
Yeah. I think there was one for the mobile phones too. Some Android.
I didn't play any of those, but yeah, there was like 2 or 3. There's also like one in China or something that was like for mobile devices or whatever. But I never played those, so I don't know. And so many ability points. What to do?
Come on, why I died again? Fuck you, mates. Man, I'm pulling like 40 mobs. I'm trying to avoid them, but I'm boring to do 1 by 1 or 3 by 3. And I'm dying.
Very good, man.
Yeah. Probably I have to change fire to do this quest because I can't with frost mages. I really can't. I don't know why everyone play frost mage.
Cause it's good.
And I can get like 1,000 ads and kite them forever.
No, I took like 40 and I died. It wasn't 1,000, you know.
You should check my Isle expeditions.
Silence is preferable to empty words.
I need to.
Actually, I don't know. After 118, it's a little bit harder to the mobs, to be honest.
Yeah, actually it is.
Because before 118, it was like easy to pull like all the time, never getting home, never getting low life and shit like that.
There are some guys here, like I'm playing with other 4 Hamuls here.
What the fuck are you talking about? See everything.
I'd love to play with 4 Hamuls in my party. That'd be
No, I
great.
don't. I don't.
Will
Thank
be
you.
fun.
I'll not take it.
And for Hamul is good. It's fun.
Yes. Why not? Ξέρω εγώ. Όχι.
You play with your rogue?
Yes?
You know that rogue has the same spell, similar spell with the hunter? It's like
Cut.
still has it. I'm pretty sure.
Which one?
Which one? Which rogue spell? is
Because I
similar?
don't see any skill that is similar.
Ah,
It's
I know
similar.
what you
There
mean.
has the same effect.
I know what
And-
you mean.
Yeah, I know. Bank, bank. It's real.
Ready to sail!
Oh, so go and find it. I'm very
Yes,
bad.
but it's not. You take all the credit for everything that you did.
Yeah, I said it. They has the same effect. So
No, that doesn't have the same effect.
Actually, he doesn't know yet what misdirection to do. Someone needs to explain him. He was like to me,
I'm dying to know that.
you need to use your misdirection after you hit the ad. I was like, what the fuck? No, you don't have to. You misdirect your tank, then you start hitting.
yeah.
And for the next 4 seconds, every aggro you
I
hit,
want to hit first and after I will do it.
yeah, lose a global cooldown for threat. Good job.
Yes, but if he loses threat after?
He will not. You will give him enough threat to
You're
keep it.
giving him the threat.
Yes, but sometimes they lose it. So if they lose, you will not have misdirection. So why you have to do it on time?
So you're saving your misdirection if you take threat. Use it.
You can use Fang Death for this.
You
mate.
should,
But
yeah,
that's right.
you should
For
feign.
me, I'm going to do it for me.
Yeah, we know. Learn to use it first. Please,
Okay.
mate, please.
There is no reason to do it at the beginning.
It's for
There
the
is.
initial
It's
threat.
the only reason
No,
to do it.
yeah,
at the-
only in the beginning is the problem. No, no, this is
Yeah, you should come on. You should come on Vectis.
You should see if wait a second. At 3 first seconds, if a fire mage procs 3 criticals with 3 pyroblast, it's over. It's over. It's over.
So,
Tank never get the threat.
so what's the point to do misdirection? You say it alone.
Dude. Ah, rip.
I can. Raphaelia, I
You
can
say-
explain. Explain.
You told me if the fire mage does a
Yeah.
critical, the tank
Yeah.
never takes the aggro. So
Yeah,
why
alone,
are we
without
forcing
help.
them
He
to
needs help to take the aggro.
This is
Hey,
your
so
raider bank.
That's why you do it after and not at the beginning of the pulls. You piece of fucking shit. Because the misdirection keeps for like 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, the misdirection is off.
Yeah,
know that?
we mean so
Yes.
you press your fucking button misdirection, your spell,
Yes, you do
throw
it
it,
after
and
someone,
for-
if the tank loses the aggro. Not
You can
just
you can
to
then
take
do it again. You can do it again. Then,
Yes,
sure.
but you can do it after 25 seconds.
It's
mate,
25
it's
seconds
for like
cooldown?
it's for like 8 seconds when
8
you're
seconds,
hitting.
it keeps the misdirection. The
Yeah.
cooldown to do it again, it's
And you-
25.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
do it in start, it's over, mate. For 8 seconds, you're giving
Yes,
threat
but
on
if
tank.
he loses the
He can't
threat-
lose it with
if he loses
misdirection.
the threat, if he loses
It's
the
not
threat,
gonna happen. It's not gonna
do
happen.
you know there is in Mythic Plus a situation that the tank loses all the time the threat? Do you know that?
Yeah,
He
it's
must-
with the affixes.
Yes. So if you do it at the start, the tank will lose again the threat.
No, you're helping him to build the threat. He's not
Yeah.
gonna lose it after.
You know what
He
misdirection?
loses the
No,
threat.
but he's talking about a specific affix that dumps the threat.
Yeah, the skittish.
the
But
skittish,
if you
so
build
then
enough
sure.
thread, you can keep it. I think
No,
the
you
taunt is
can't
not
keep it.
working.
The tank loses it. He can't
Shut the
keep
fuck
it.
up. Thank you.
You
Okay,
can
Asma.
I'm talking to Bank about
with
that.
the skittish, you can actually keep doing it whenever you see the threat is going low, you know. But for a normal fight, normally you will only use it once when or once again if like a new ad shows up or something, you know. But otherwise,
Yeah.
normally you only need to do it at the start. Like I'm talking for a raid, right? For a raid, the tank will not lose the aggro midway.
talking about normal.
For the raid, but in the raid you don't use misdirection.
Why?
Where you use misdirection? To what?
Why you have to don't use it? Why you don't help
Why
your
you
tank build
will
threat?
use misdirection on the boss. On the boss fight you will use misdirection.
On the start,
Are you
yes.
so fucking stupid?
No,
On
no,
the start,
just
yes.
start with the
Helping
fight.
your tank. You helping
There
your
are
tank
two
build the
tanks, you
fucking
piece of
threat.
fucking idiot. There
Oh
are
my
two
God.
tanks. They
So
will
what?
not have the threat. They
So
will not
what?
have the threat to tanks.
It's bad thing
the
to help
beginning.
them. It's bad thing to fucking spend
Why
1
to
second to help
what?
them.
To what? If they hit the boss, they take the aggro.
Yeah,
So
that's
what
why I'm
help
talking
do they
about.
need?
Ask Raffaele about it.
What
If
do they need? Bang, do you need the, if you hit the boss at the raid, you need the misdirection?
So normally we will not need it, no. But there's also you clicking misdirection like before, it doesn't impact you, you know? You
It
using
helps
it.
But
the
it will not
situation.
impact me at the beginning also
you,
if I
you
don't
make
use
the situation safer. You make the road
Yeah.
fight safer. Think about what
Safer
I'm
to
saying.
what? Safer to what?
To be
This is what I
100%
don't
that the
understand.
boss
Because
tank on the tank.
basically
Come
for
The
those
tank
8
will use the
seconds.
taunt at the beginning. Okay? Or some skill, right?
Yeah, but the taunt.
Come on, I can't.
The
I can't.
taunt
I really can't.
forces
Sorry,
the
guys.
taunt forces the
Yes,
boss to
for
fight
my-
you for 3
for me.
seconds.
It's a global cooldown if I use that, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna use it on
No.
like 6-7
Do
seconds
you-
before you pull the boss. What are you doing then?
Yeah.
That time?
Yeah,
Are you
you-
doing something?
Why at the start of the boss I have to use misdirection? There are two tanks, not
Oh
one.
my God.
There are two
Okay.
tanks.
Okay.
It- but-
we can
the
talk
tank
about it.
Can
You
use
you
the
don't want to help the tank. It's over for me. It's over. You don't
How
want
can
to
I
help.
help the, why I should help the tank in the
Why?
boss?
You
in the
ask
raid?
why you gonna help
In
your
the
raid.
in the boss fight. Why I have to use the misdirection?
This is your raider
When
bank.
there are two
As
tanks.
Raffaele said, I can.
But
don't have
it's not
anything.
about there being 2 tanks, you know, because one starts. You know, normally I always start.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
not automatically that the second tank will be, you know, below the first tank. Normally it will be, you know, as you said. Normally it won't be a problem. Although I think they are nerfing again tank threat in next patch, so it could be that it becomes more and more useful to actually have threat transfer
If this
abilities.
happens.
I've read him like oh my god. Oh my
But
god.
honestly-
Λοιπόν, άκουσα με.
No, 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 no. End of
Look,
end
look,
of
look,
conversation.
look,
Oh, no, 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 no. You're not gonna tilt me. You're not gonna tilt me. You're not gonna tilt me. Shut the fuck up. Mute bank. Yeah, bank. Bank. Mute him.
I mean,
Mute him.
he's
Mute
not.
him.
He's
Άκουσε με πολύ προσεκτικά.
No, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not
Μαλάκα,
gonna
πες
listen to
τρεις
you.
χαρακτήρες και δεν ξέρεις τίποτα άλλο για κανέναν άλλο
Ρε
χαρακτήρα.
μαλάκα, άντε γαμίσαι το δώρο μαλάκα. Το λέμε 3 άτομα ότι είναι το
8.000
ίδιο.
achievement, δεν ξέρεις το game. Δεν το ξέρεις το γαμμένο το game.
Εννοείς το ξέρεις θες να μου πεις που μόλις προχθές
Τουλάχιστον
έμαθα το
εγώ έχω
misdirect.
12 χιλιάρικα και μπορώ να μιλήσω για το game. Εντάξει.
Και τι σημασία
Εσύ
έχει το
δεν μπορείς να
achievement
λες
ρε
για το
μαλάκα.
misdirection. Θες να αναφερθούμε για 11 χαρακτήρες που παίζω εγώ και για 3 που παίζεις εσύ.
Και τι
Γιατί μου το
σημασία
πες
έχει
είναι
αυτό,
και
ρε
έξυπνος
μαλάκα.
για το misdirection, αλλά άμα σου πω πράγματα για τους άλλους χαρακτήρες θα το βουλώσεις. Δεν έχεις
Άντε,
ιδέα.
εντάξει,
Και
για
είναι
τους
μόνο να
κοίτα,
μιλάς
για
και
τους
δεν
χαρακτήρες
παίζεις.
που παίζω,
Δεν
για
παίζεις.
τους
Έχεις
χαρακτήρες που
misdirection στα survival. Έχεις misdirection.
έχω.
Πού έχεις misdirection στο survival.
Θες
Πού
να
έχεις
μπω να
misdirection?
λογκάρω να δεις.
Ναι, σύντομο.
Ω, μαλάκα, μετά από αυτό που είπες τώρα, μαλάκα τέρμα, εγώ όταν Bank,
Εγώ δεν παίζω.
okay, that's it.
Εγώ δεν παίζω survival. Δεν
That's
ξέρω
it.
skills έχει.
That's it. That's it.
Αλλά κόβει τα
That's
αρχίδια
it.
μου δεν έχει.
That's it. Okay. Bank, Ravenclaw. Okay. Wait a second. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
You
Bank,
just need 1 minute and they go like that.
oh my god.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna log on my hunter now. Bank, Ravenclaw
Yes.
says that the survival hunter doesn't have misdirection. Oh my god.
Honestly, I
I-
don't know enough about Hunter to
Alright,
say yes
you're
or no.
you're
But I
witness on that.
think
I'm gonna
I think
send-
all hunters have it. I think.
I'm gonna send a picture of that.
I don't-
Because
I
he
don't
make
play
me-
survival.
I don't care about you. And you play hunter mate. You need to know all your specs, not only one. You don't know what skills hunter has. Come on. It's misdirection, mate. It's common skill. It's not fucking specific skill.
But so it is kind
Oh,
of true though that
I'm
like
tilled. I'm tilled.
yeah,
I'm tilled. I'm tilled.
just
I'm
smoke
tilled.
and
I'm
chill,
tilled.
X-Men. It's
I'm
fine.
tilled. Oh no, I can't. I'm getting a screen now. Come on.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. So one,
It
I-
matters.
I-
It
so-
matters.
Yeah,
It matters.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
It's
So-
matter. It's matter.
Yes,
Let me.
it's
Let
matter.
me.
So I know that you like a melee hunter, right? I know you have fun with it, but honestly, I don't give a shit about melee hunter. You know, I have a hunter
Yeah,
in my
no,
raid
that
because I
doesn't-
need a ranged hunter. So if
I
he
know
doesn't know
that.
that a melee hunter has that, okay, too bad for him. But honestly, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't matter. Secondly, I agree that he probably should
Okay.
use the
Let's check
misdirection
this
at the start.
screenshot. Let's check this.
I mean, he's
screenshot,
gonna
please.
have it, you know. He's gonna have it. All the hunters will have
let's
it.
check the V hotkey, the fucking V hotkey.
Yes.
And
Um,
what did this say on the bottom right corner of the screenshot?
So the reality is though is that like
misdirection, I think.
for
yeah.
this
Okay.
expansion and the last expansion and the expansion for that, threats didn't matter, you know. So I can understand why hunters and rogues they didn't really use those abilities because they didn't matter anymore. They mattered a lot in Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King and shit, but they don't now.
Yeah.
Does that mean that he shouldn't use it? No. Does it mean that it's probably not gonna do anything if he uses it? Yes. I mean, is it gonna help a little bit? Yeah, sure. But
That's
again,
what I was trying to explain to
I
Ravenclaw.
think it's more important. Like, it's gonna help if he does it at the start of boss fight, right? Don't get me wrong. But I think it's more important that you use it when like ads come in and shit.
That's true.
Because
also.
for those it's gonna help a lot more because then maybe the tank isn't immediately in aggro range of those ads.
Yeah.
Can't
And
taunt
also
immediately.
the tank has to think that 10 DPS, I'm not gonna say more, 10 DPS when they see the ads, they're gonna start like
Yeah.
crazy to take them
They're gonna
down.
go
and
ham on the
tank
ads.
It's really hard to do.
Sometimes there's a
hold the
multiple
aggro.
ads instead of one. If it's one, it's easy. Tank and taunt and it's done. If it's 5 ads, if you, then you have like a hunter doing beast cleave on that and giving all that threat to the tank, it helps a lot.
Exactly. Or a dog, let's say. Yeah. All right.
But even if you want to use it at the start of the fight, you shouldn't use it when the timer has already happened. You want to put it up before, like 2-3 seconds before, and then just do your rotation, you know, and then it doesn't matter. You have it. You don't use a global.
I don't know why Ravenclaw don't want to understand this. Actually, why? Really, why? It's
I don't know.
Yeah,
Isn't
you
he
know,
here
it's
anymore?
fine for the raids.
Yeah,
Ravenclaw?
he's still here.
Έλα ρε.
Yanni.
Oh. It's fine, yeah, you don't have to use it for the raids. But from Mythic Plus, I'm gonna give you a tip. Because I can't play
I
it.
didn't say anything for the Mythic Plus. I agreed for the Mythic
No, okay, yeah, you're
For the
using it.
raid, wait on ahead.
I think you're using it the wrong way. What I mean, most of the classes, the DPS classes, have AOE burst, and 90% of them are gonna use it at the start. No one's gonna save it. Okay, I'll use it like 5 seconds, 6 seconds later. So if you don't misdirect at the pool your tank, he might gonna lose strength. That's why usually every hunter misdirects at the start, before the
Yes,
pool.
but it's not bad to use the misdirection after we do the
You might lose your DPS then.
Yes, okay, but it's a lot safer.
It's not a taunt, it just transfers the threat. That does not mean that the tank's gonna get the aggro back. But helping him to get good threat, that means he's gonna keep his threat. I don't know how Skitties works exactly. If you keep a threat, you can hold it forever. If it just starts dropping, I don't know how it works. Also, you can use it pre-fight, before the pull of the pack. not lose a global cooldown, you will not lose DPS. There's no point to actually save it for the middle of the trash fight.
And also after some
It's
time
your
you're gonna
loss
have
if
it
you
again.
do it. That's what I'm talking about.
It's mine. It's mine. But the threat, after I use the misdirection, the tank will get it. Right?
Yeah.
If you do enough damage, yeah.
I mean, not about enough.
If I do enough damage, the
You're
misdirection
transferring the thread you're doing for
Yeah.
the next 4 seconds. Only that.
Yes, the misdirection says if you hit the target or the tank hits the target that you hit,
No.
it takes aggro.
Your aggro that transfer.
Yeah.
Okay, what I hit, okay?
Yeah,
So we're good. Whatever I hit, I give the threat to the tank, okay?
that's right.
Yeah.
The target that you
So,
misdirect.
if I don't do it at the start, and I do it after he loses the threat, he won't get the threat?
He will.
Do you
He
think
will,
your
yeah.
thread will be enough to transfer
But
the...
it's not in the base of the damage.
It is on the base of the damage. The more damage you do, the more threat you build.
The whole thing thread is based on
Yes.
the damage you're
But he
doing.
will. But this is for that reason. This is for that reason. It's not based on the damage. It's based on if you hit the target, the target that you do the misdirection, it will take the aggro. Okay?
Sure.
It's
that's
not
right.
taunt that travels to your misdirection target. It's not working like that.
So misdirection
It's not a
says,
taunt.
So misdirection says misdirect all threat you cause to the targeted party or raid member for the next 8 seconds. So again, all threat that you do, all the buildup of your threat goes to that other target. That's it. So threat is just like a number, you know, and you will add to his number. And threat is a very weird mechanic, honestly. A lot of people don't really know exactly how it works. Because it's
I used
based
to
on
have the-
distance as well. Because like for instance, like the tank, because he's in melee, he, you know, if you're in ranged, your threat is always like 10% lower than the guy in melee, for instance. So the tank has an advantage of holding threat over ranged people, just because they're ranged. So threat is a very funny mechanic that a lot of people don't know how it works because they didn't need to know how it worked, you know, because threat wasn't relevant for like the last 3 or 4 expansions. But you'll see if they nerf threat in 8.1 or in 8.2, then good misdirections and whatever the rogue spell is called again is gonna be important.
Threads.
Tricks, exactly.
But I don't know.
But it
don't
is
know what
true
to
what
say.
they're saying, Ravenclaw, that all you're adding is like you're giving your damage that you're doing in that time frame as if the tank would do it. That does not automatically guarantee that the tank will hold the aggro. You're just giving him yours. So that does 2 things. You're giving him more for everyone, so that's good. And you're also basically making 0 threat yourself for those 8 seconds or whatever. Which means that you will definitely not over aggro in those 8 seconds because you're making no threat. So that's how you can read that ability. But it's definitely not a ranged threat. Yeah, but honestly, I think it's normal that not everything is clear because these abilities are not really well explained.
Not really what?
Like how threat works is never really well explained in the game. Again, like it was an issue back in the day when you had to wait for like 20 Sunders before you could start doing damage and shit. And mages had to start with using their wands and, you know, all that kind of crap. But we're talking like 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm overreacting. What did you say, Rafido? Sorry?
I used to have my invisibility in rotation during the Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah. So
It
you
was
could,
installed.
Yeah.
It was arcane, and it was spamming, you know, arcane blast, and I was getting aggro.
Yeah, that's the same on my mates.
Do hunters still have like distracting shot and whatever?
No, they do not. Yeah, that was good. PS back.
Yeah.
I remember the Wrath of the Lich King in the start of the boss as fire mates. I was starting casting like mad with every cooldown open, and immediately at 5 seconds on the start I was using invisibility to lose the threat. Immediately. But yes, I agree with you back that it was something that I didn't know for the last 3-4 expansions, that threat doesn't matter a lot. I didn't play, so I don't know how it works on those expansions.
Yeah, basically in the last couple of expansions, a tank would never lose threat. Like, never.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's easy then.
So that's why, yeah, people don't know exactly how it works anymore, because it wasn't important. That's the same thing, like, I don't know if you remember those, like, crushing blows or whatever on the tank.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so, like, if you would start talking about that, like, people that didn't play Burning Crusade or Vanilla or Wrath wouldn't know any of that.
Yeah, I remember those crushing blows.
Even I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I know you needed like a magic number, so you wouldn't get crushing blows anymore. It was like a combination of dodge and block and
parry,
parries
dodge, and block parry on warriors actually. And dodge, some dodge on warriors also I think. And Druid was only with dodge and stamina. Druid was the like actually, because back then on the Wrath of the Lich King we had a lot of life, not like that, but a lot more
My
of
friend,
life. So
you are a
even
gift from Poseidon
when you
himself.
get to the crashing
I
blow,
try my best.
you was
I'm
able
going to need that
survive
artifact from
after
you
that.
now.
First, my
For
pay.
your life.
I don't think so.
And
Very
deathmatch
funny.
with
Now
parry,
pay
yes.
up.
The last laugh is all mine.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm in the business of double-crossing
You're right,
mercenaries.
One more time,
I
you're
didn't
right.
swim through sharks for this.
That was
What
your
happened?
mistake, not mine.
Ravenclaw?
There was no treasure.
Then why are you here?
I came to tell you there's nothing down there.
Then I'll kill you and...
Such yawning.
Because I'm bored.
Play some Assassin's Creed.
I just bought the football manager, so I'm gonna spend some hours here.
Today you brought it, or
Yesterday.
right?
Yeah.
It's good.
Football Manager is just the one where you don't play, right? You just buy and sell players
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play from 2003. If you want to see it, play Ah, it's nice. You're a fan of football.
Why won't you The ferryman is coming!
I actually used to multitask when I was playing Football Manager.
Yeah, that's...
So I was playing Football Manager and... Headstone. Because there are both two games that you can multitask.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I was playing League of Legends Manager.
That's kinda hard. Yeah, you have to leave Manager a bit
Yeah.
at the backside.
FK. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. That's true. But yes, it was nice.
Holy shit, man! I have to be level 31. What?
Come on, this last half level. It's like taking ages. What the fuck?
$25 for this. Man, suddenly I need a huge level.
You gonna do some kills tomorrow, Bank? You said, right?
I can do some, yeah. If some are needed or just like for fun, yeah, I can do a couple.
Yeah.
I can probably squeeze in something before we do the achievement, and then otherwise it's gonna be after.
After probably, because before I will not sure if I can be online. So.
Okay, well I should be home a bit earlier tomorrow.
You're lucky. I'm gonna be home later than you normal.
I'm not gonna be home that early, but
yes, I know it.
I'm gonna stop around 4, so should be home at 6 at least.
What? Oh, I have on my hand a nice freehold +7. I will be able to do +9 this one, and then maybe +10. Yeah, I need to push this key tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you can do some stuff like that.
Yeah, but I need to tend to my hunter, so yeah, I'm not gonna stay and wait someone to may take me in
No,
his
but
10. I'm gonna
didn't
push
you
my-
check? Because I think Kovacs had a 10 or something that he hadn't done
Yeah,
yet.
but maybe more people that they need to 10, so
Yeah, okay.
it's kind of, you know, mains come first.
Yeah, but we're already Monday evening, you know? If they haven't done it yet, then I think it's fine if your alt comes in. It did fine last time as well when we did the keys, so I don't really see a problem.
Yeah, it's kind of... I need only a weapon, mate. If I change my weapon, it's really 345. I need a lot of... I'm losing a lot of DPS from that, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. You're a hunter. Weapon is kind of important.
That's true. And it's like... the weapon from Heroic, dear, it's like 30% upgrade on my... And it's like... Fucking sick. And the stats also are not the best, to be honest. But it's also... It's actually has haste.
So I'm gonna do some Mythic Plus tomorrow. I'm gonna get the big wigs and then I'll have to get a good setup on them.
One mage, you mean?
Well, on everyone.
On? Sorry?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some on maids.
Oh.
Maybe I'll do a 10 on summon or a 9 or whatever. And I don't know, I did a 7 on my hunter. I don't know if I can do a 10. I mean, it's only 346.
It's kind of low, but yeah.
Yeah, he is.
It's hard. It's hard. It's 50-50 actually. If you know.
I will try to get a heroic group probably.
It will be more easy to do that, to be honest.
I can't get loot, man. Those fucking trinkets. I still have 320 trinkets or some shit like that.
You know what you're gonna do? When I was on this item level on my Death Knight and Hunter also, I just make a group for heroic. It's like go for boss max with a bug, and then if you're lucky to get some items from this sales stuff like that.
Yeah.
For boss for this item level, it's fine. Yeah, because
yeah, it should be. I did join on the first week heroic with 345. I think it's fine, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of doing a group. There
I know.
Might be some. Are we boosting our leader? Stuff like that. So just think I'm gonna find a group that has no high level requirements and just link some achievements.
Or take, take a friend of you with like 370, something like that to make the group.
Yeah,
And do you join in the group and you're gonna hide in the first town, you're gonna find no one gonna see you. I done that with Monty. He was like half gear with grains, and I said to him when I invite him, it was like 20 guys in the group, and I said to him, go find the stone and hide underneath, and stay like that forever.
By the way, the next 2 weeks are really good for Myth Plus.
Yeah, that's good because my mate is almost 120, and why are you laughing, Bank?
Time for the mage. Let's go.
Yeah. Probably I'm gonna skip all the emissaries on the other characters to get my mates on. I'm not sure about it yet.